Jai Hind everyone. The bigger question is another coup about to happen in Pakistan. Now, this event is not an unexpected event in the political landscape of Pakistan, a country that is primarily governed by the Pakistani military. So, as it is rightly said in the geopolitical circles, every country has an army, but in Pakistan, the army has a country for itself. Now, in this hybrid relationship, recently many events have taken place which are now making logical references to this coup that may happen anytime soon. Moreover, this is something which is not very unexpected because since the independence of Pakistan in 1947, no party or no government, no prime minister has completed a full term of 5 years. So, now is this something that is about to happen? And what all are the events that refer that something like this might happen soon? So, recently we have seen how Baluchs have battered the Pakistanis badly, and Baluchistan is about to declare itself independent on 11th of August. Moreover, there are also the news of the economic hardships the entire country is going through, and amongst all of this, the second most powerful minister in the Pakistan's government, Mohsin Naqvi, makes some speculations. Now he says that if these cockroaches unite, they can overturn everything. Okay. Moreover, the other statement, so he has made these two statements in close succession, which very nicely refer to the overturning that might happen soon. Secondly, he says Pakistan's governance system had collapsed. Okay, so if we are asking this question that will Pakistan PM Shehbaz Sharif complete the term, then it is very much rational due to Naqvi's big remarks. Moreover, around all of these, recently we have also seen how Pakistan had banned Al Jazeera. So it is not just about Al Jazeera, it is about the journalism that Pakistan is suppressing these days. So all of these events, if we try to correlate every event, then the bigger question that is Pakistan about to witness another coup or another military coup in line. So this question very much makes sense. Now, the statements that have been made by the Pakistan's Interior Minister, these explosive statements declaring that country's governance system had collapsed. Now, these remarks have triggered intense speculation that another potential military intervention in a country where no prime minister has ever completed a full 5-year term since independence 1942. Now, these statements, they are not happening in vacuum. They come at a time when Pakistan has been facing mounting public debt. Okay, Pakistan has been simultaneously seeing the high unemployment, economic hardships, and persistent security concerns in the region, including the Baluchistan and the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Now, the question that we need to answer today is that are we witnessing early warning of another coup, or is this simply a call for long overdue structural reforms? Now, when we start off with this, the trigger, the system has collapsed. Okay. Now, Pakistan's Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi very categorically said that whether you agree or not, the system we have been living under has collapsed. So these were the actual words that were said by him. So if we break down exactly what Naqvi said, because the statements are genuinely startling. Okay, these are genuinely startling for a sitting Interior Minister of Pakistan to say such things. So first and foremost, the system collapse. Okay, so at the Pakistan's economic summit in Islamabad, Naqvi declared okay, that whether you agree or not, the system we have been living under has collapsed. Now, he did not mince his words. He said Pakistan could not continue relying on the same governance framework if it hoped to overcome its economic and public and political challenges. Now, without the fundamental reforms, he warned the country would still be debating the same issue a decade from now. Now, so this is the first thing. So, holistically, he has been targeting the entire structure or the governance system of Pakistan. Secondly, the structural reforms. Now, he called for new provinces, decentralization, and the constitutional reforms. So, he called for creating new administrative units or these provinces, decentralizing governance and building political consensus on constitutional reforms to give local communities greater ownership and allow new leadership to emerge and take up the control of Pakistan. Thirdly, the youth warning. Now, the frustrated youth that are now being referred to as the cockroaches, they could overturn everything if united. So, this is perhaps the most provocative statement, okay, or provocative part of his statement, and he has warned that frustrated young people whom he has been referring to as cockroaches could overturn everything if they are united. So, his exact words in these statements were that we are unable to give our youth what they have been looking for, what they are wanting. Now, whether you call that person a youth, a cockroach, or anything else, if these cockroaches unite, they can overturn everything. Now, he is also making references to the overall protests that have been taking place across the world. Okay. The fourth is the corruption and the scandal. Okay. Now, in his statement, he has claimed, okay, that he has uncovered the biggest corruption scandal in Pakistan's history. Now, he says that I don't think there has ever been such a massive scam in the history of Pakistan where judges, bureaucrats, politicians, bankers, and all part of the governance have been involved. So, if we take all of these things together, okay, then these are not casual remarks. They are direct assault on every pillar of Pakistan's state. He has been making references to judiciary, bureaucracy, legislature, and banking system. Okay, so if we just correlate everything, you will understand that this is how Pakistan's military oftenly creates a ground for itself, and then it is how they overturn everything and take control of everything. Okay. Now, when we move ahead, we see what clarification was given by him. Okay. So, when there were various discussions started upon in his statements. Okay. So, here it is where everything gets very interesting. Okay. Now, Mohsin Naqvi, he quickly realized that the firestorm he has created, and then he decided to clarify his position. Okay. So, while speaking to the reporters, he clarified and he explicitly said that the future of the government is the completion of its 5-year tenure. Okay. So, he says that Shehbaz Sharif will complete his 5-year tenure, and he says that his remarks targeted the 80-year-old administrative system and not the current government. Okay. Now, he is part of the same administration, but if we have to see this, Mohsin Naqvi's entire political stand is beyond any party lines. Okay. Even though he does not maintain any specific party stand, but he is considered to be the second most powerful minister after Prime Minister Sharif. Moreover, Mohsin Naqvi is considered much closer to the Field Marshal Asim Munir more than his own Prime Minister. Okay. So, he says later on, just to cover up, he says that PM works 14 to 16 hours every day and better system would yield better results. So, he insisted that the system collapse remark did not amount to charge sheeting the present Shehbaz Sharif government. He clarified that he was referring to Pakistan's 80-year-old system, the colonial era framework that has persisted since independence. But here is the crucial context that we cannot ignore. Okay. What is the crucial context? First and foremost, since 1947, no Pakistan Prime Minister has ever completed a full 5-year term. Not one. Okay, military coups, assassinations, and forced resignations have cut every single civilian tenure. Okay. Secondly, if reiterating myself, Mohsin Naqvi is not a member of any political party in Pakistan, yet he is the most powerful person in the Pakistan's government after the Prime Minister, and is also controlling the PCB, the Pakistani Cricket Board, which in Pakistan is a position of significant influence. Okay. Third, if we have to see, Defense Minister Khwaja Asif, okay, went as far as to assert that Naqvi was a powerhouse who is not answerable to anyone. Okay, so when he says anyone, he categorically points fingers at Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. Okay, and fourth, if we have to see, Naqvi is considered very close to Asim Munir. So, when a figure so closely aligned with military establishment speaks in these terms, it inevitably fuels speculation regardless of any official clarification given. Okay. Now, if we talk about the hybrid power structure that is there in Pakistan, okay, and as I have said in the starting, Pakistan is a country where the army has a country for itself. So, in order to understand the significance of Naqvi's statements, we have to understand this. Okay, I have already discussed Naqvi's position. Then, army's link, he maintains very close ties with Army Chief Munir, and his remarks amplify speculation of military-backed pressure on the current government. Okay. Next, the internal fiction. Defense Minister Khwaja Asif has already called him a powerhouse, and there are apparent tensions with PMLN leadership. Okay, and termites have started climbing the chair of PM Shehbaz Sharif, as it has been many a times stated by the ministers. Understand one thing is very clear here. Okay, as one has to put it, termites have started climbing the chair of Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. Okay, and now the cracks in the power structure are very difficult, are very tough to ignore. Now, Naqvi has repeatedly made sensational remarks that have intensified the speculation about whether Pakistan is heading towards a major power shakeup or not. Now, the military leadership alone cannot resolve Pakistan's challenges. Naqvi himself has said that he has said, and he has also made it very clear that the political leaders must undertake institutional reforms. Okay, but the bigger question is, who gets to define what those reforms now look like? Okay, now if we have to see the bottom line of this, okay, now the bottom line is coup or the course correction. Okay, so we have to just see the official line versus the reality. Okay, now official position, he says that full term for Shehbaz Sharif, okay, reforms needed, not the regime change, and Naqvi says that he has been targeting the old 80-year-old system. Okay, but historically, no PM has ever finished 5-year. Hybrid system remains fragile, and military aligned figures have made such an unprecedented statement. Okay, so Naqvi insists that the government will complete its 5-year term. Okay, yet in Pakistan's history of interrupted civilian rule, okay, such a high-level comments from a figure aligned with the military is inevitably fueling the speculation of coup. So, here at this moment of time, the bigger question is about the biggest scam probe. So, will they prosecute those individuals who actually happen to be part of it? Okay, or who will be targeted. Previously, we have seen an example how Imran Khan was targeted. Okay. Next comes the army civilian balance. So any shift in relationship between military establishment and the civilian government may or may not happen. Okay. Third, again the references made to the youth movements. So will the cockroach movement become a political force? So these are the biggest question. Okay. And these are the larger questions which are now left with us. So if we synthesize, okay, we will understand that on one hand the official line is very clear, okay, but on the other side we cannot ignore the realities of Pakistan. Okay, we cannot ignore the historical realities and we cannot ignore the political reality in Pakistan. As an interior minister with close ties to the army chief, who is not a member of any political party and is described as a powerful powerhouse, okay, and the one not answerable to anyone, has publicly declared that the entire governance system has collapsed. Okay, so do let me know what all are your views on this, and do make your predictions about when is this going to happen. Okay, so the bigger question that all of you have to answer is, do you think a coup is imminent in Pakistan or not? Okay, along with this, the smart batches, the GS Foundation batches based upon our smart model of preparation are starting on 14th of August. Okay, you have to just use this code SRM Live to avail maximum discount and all benefits of our smart batches. Okay, so this smart structure, smart model, it gives you the advantage to prepare in a holistically made, designed ecosystem for you to crack the exam in your first preparation itself. Clear? So this was all from my side today. We'll see you all in the next session. Jai Hind.